Webb then goes on to attack Aron Ranen.
Now pay careful attention to the audio in the next clip. When the camera pans from Section Chief Frank Byrne's face to a picture of a radio antenna that he appears to be holding, you no longer see his mouth move, and the mic gain increases noticeably.
We're off to see Frank Byrne, the antenna man.
He must have gone back taking it out.
Hi.
No, we just went ahead and ate, and he's probably 3 sheets to the wind.
Frank has tossed back a few drinks prior to my arrival.
I think you're going to want to talk to you too.
We tracked the first satellite in the world. We tracked the first everything that went to the moon, everywhere. This was one of the antennas that we received telemetry data from the spacecraft.
Yeah, you could, I guess you could simulate it, but it wasn't simulated. It was real life data.
Coming from the head guy at a radio tracking station, this is a very bold statement.
This is one of several character assassinations conducted by Aron Ranen in his supposedly award-winning mockumentary, Did We Go? The fact that he obviously mucked with the audio and overdubbed Frank's words at one point, along with the fact that we didn't hear Ranen's actual lead-in question to Frank. It is clear that Frank was saying that the data fed to MCC could be simulated, which is consistent with the statement that Jarrah intentionally ignored on Jay Windley's website. Frank was obviously not talking about simulating data at the tracking station. This little excerpt combines the fallacies of poisoning the well with a straw man, misrepresenting Frank's words by outright tampering with the audio.
Webb has absolutely no evidence that the audio has been tampered with. His basis for the claim is Byrne's audio increasing when Ranen gets a closer shot of the picture he's holding. Let's have another look at the video.
This was one of the antennas that we received telemetry data from the spacecraft. This was one of the antennas that we received telemetry data from the spacecraft. This was one of the antennas that we received telemetry data from the spacecraft.
If you look, you can clearly see the camera Ranen is using is handheld. And rather than simply increasing magnification on the camera's zoom lens, Ranen instead squats down closer to Byrne's eye level to get a closer look. Webb claims to be an engineer. Therefore, he of all people should know perfectly well that the mic gain naturally increases when the mic gets closer to the said source of audio. The further away from the said source of audio, the more the mic gain decreases. Hell, anyone who's recorded narration for a video production knows that.
Look at Frank. Look at Frank's chest. See the little black thing clipped to his shirt? That's called a lavalier or lapel microphone. See the black wire poking out of Frank's shirt and running into his pocket? That's a mic cord that attaches the lav mic to a transmitter cleverly hidden in Frank's pocket. What do you suppose this mic is for? Well, if you ever have an hour to waste viewing Ranen's video, Did We Go?, you will notice that most of Ranen's victims wear lav mics. In the following clip, pay attention to Dr. David Williams' voice. Does the sound level change as he turns his face away from the camera?
Does it have a name? I mean, do you have a name for it yet, or
you're calling it Did We Go?
Did We Go? Okay. Okay.
And in the end of the following clip, the camera moves from Bonnie Holmes' face to a note in a folder on the table. This situation is identical to the Frank Byrne interview. But does the sound level increase when the camera moves, as it did with Frank?
Everybody knew what that big B was. Anyone who got a note that had that B on it knew automatically that that was from Dr. Von Braun. Everybody recognized that.
The sound level doesn't change a bit in either of these clips. That's the beauty of having a microphone just inches away from the subject's mouth. No matter where the subject is in relation to the camera, the sound quality will be more consistent. And if there was anything Ranen was anal about, it was making sure he captured every word of his victims, because he was not likely to get a second chance with most of them. So, riddle me this, Batman. If Ranen was to go through the trouble of putting a lav mic on old Frank here, even going so far as to attempt to hide the cord under Frank's shirt, why wouldn't he use it? Why would he, instead, use the shotgun mic on his camera,
a microphone that is normally used to pick up sounds from a distance.